All right, Meg, here we are again, another week. I mean, we saw each other walking into the coffee shop, and I said to Meg, wow, what this feels like is somehow we go through a whole week of a storm, and then we come out on the other side of that storm and we see each other, and then for 30 minutes or so, it's like, okay, let's download all the stuff that has happened in our week, because we share our struggles with each other, and we use each other just in the time that we have as friends, as colleagues, just to be like, hey, how's life, and then Meg offers her advice and I do the same for her, and it's just a good time to feel supported. And we hope that this is what this is for you, is by listening to our stuff. And we have struggles.
Yeah.
We have struggles, and many. Every week we come to you with those, and we're not ashamed to admit those to you, because really what we are hoping that you get out of this is that no matter if we're a therapist or who you are, we all struggle. Everyone struggles, and we hope to bring you those struggles. Maybe you can pick something up from our conversation that you can use in your own life as far as how to work through it. We love cognitive behavioral therapy. We love sharing our struggles, but we also believe there's a lot of awesome stuff about us, and we love to share those things that are going well in our life. And Meg, I've got a couple things this week that have gone well that I'm excited about, that I want to share. So I think that we're going to just jump into it. Meg, this week, tell us about things that have been difficult, challenging, struggles.
Oh, man. I don't know that I have had any new struggles come up. I think I'm more leaning into, like, how do I take care of myself and like survive the struggles?
Yes.
And so I think this week and this year, I have reintroduced yoga, which has been great.
Hey.
And sounds like so cliche, like do yoga for your mental health. But it really is a huge thing for me. I think just that meditative state, like my phone is not in the room, just an hour of being mindful and moving my body, and it just is really, really great for my mental health. Like when we talk about mental health can look so many different ways. Like yoga is in my top 3 for sure.
You beat me to the punchline.
I did.
I didn't want to interrupt, but yes. We're on this kick in 2026 to do mental health differently.
Yeah.
And while we are therapists and we see all kinds of clients and different struggles and that kind of stuff, therapy is a way to do mental health. Therapy is a way, but it's not the only way.
Yeah.
And we really believe that. And you're using yoga as part of your quote-unquote therapy, or to take care of your mental health.
Yeah.
Yeah, good for you.
Yeah.
That's got to feel good. Is something new that you've started, I guess. So, yeah. So, I love that. Wow, okay, I feel like I'm getting ready just to dump on you.
I can't wait.
Because I got 3 or 4 things. In my week, there's just lots of different things that are coming at me. And this week, I've had some personal things, some professional things. Personally, so I sold, we talked about my Jeep, my other Jeep. I sold my Jeep, and I was basically trying to get it released. And when trying to get the Jeep released, is once the person got the title, then I could get my money, my equity from the car, right? Well, so happens that we had like this snowstorm, and the release for the car got stuck in Memphis, Tennessee in a snowstorm. And it was supposed to be an overnight thing, and it was stuck there for 5 or 6 days.
Wow.
Yeah, and so everything was on hold with this transaction, and my mind, the anxious part of my brain, started saying, "Well, what if I don't get this release, and then I got to file for another title, and then if I file for another title, it's going to take 15 days or whatever else," and my catastrophizing. You said that last week. Yes, I do that a lot. So that was just one of many things, and so I just really kept trying to ground myself. That's something that I try to do as one of the things that I do to calm myself, just ground myself, remind myself we're only right here in this moment. I can only take care of the things that we've got that's in my control, right? So that was one thing. Let's go another thing. So that we just partnered with Brass Onion on a dinner that we're going to be throwing on February 25th. Yep. Thank you. Stress and overwhelm. So we're going to do a presentation, and Brass Onion's going to serve some awesome chicken and dinner, and it's going to be awesome. Well, as part of that, I wanted to interview Drew Brancato on this, and so he's the co-owner of Brass Onion and several other restaurants. And so I go to interview him. We have a nice dinner. This was, what was this? Was this Wednesday night, I think? And I bring out, I'm gonna test him on does he know his chicken better than Popeyes or KFC? And I had him blindfolded.
Oh my gosh.
And he was like, I was like, "Hey Drew, like, if I was to come into Brass Onion, what would you recommend?" And he had this pork chop that was about that thick, and some cream that I can't pronounce. And we did this interview up like this was going to probably be on Worldly News. This was a fantastic interview. No. And big shout out to Drew. Hey, I appreciate you. I appreciate you so much. You're the best, Drew. You really support what we've got going on. And I went back home and I looked at the video. The sound, it's in a restaurant, the lights are dim. The video, we just can't use the video. We can't use the video. No. So we spent all that time, and I had to basically, the queen of reframes, Meg is the queen of reframes. So I had to start reframing it and saying, hey, we can do other videos. There are going to be other opportunities. I was more upset, not necessarily about the video, but because Drew took so much of his time and he was so gracious. And but then I was like, hey, I'm Drew, of course, Drew being who he is. I messaged him and I was just like, hey, bud, this is not going to be a video we're going to be able to put out. And he was like, hey, totally cool. Should we reshoot? And I was like, we'll figure it out. So I've had that go on. There's lots and lots of other things, Meg, that I could say about this week. But here we are. We struggled. We're getting through it. Yeah. And, the thing about the struggles, if you can keep it in perspective and you can know that situation. Oh, by the way, just a quick little update on that. I hear that release is being delivered today.
Nice.
Yeah, so the Memphis snowstorm has decided to clear, and FedEx is delivering it today. And see, temporary. It's temporary. All right, we have to remind ourselves of that struggle. So, Meg, tell me things that have gone well in your life. We talk about the struggles. We also talk about the things that are going well. We really are trying to put a big focus on celebrating all parts of life, okay? We're not just talking about just struggling. We're talking about all the other great things, the things maybe you have coming up, the things that you were surprised by. What this week have you just been excited by?
Yeah, I think starting up yoga, getting my butt to the gym and doing that has been really, really good. I think the last few weeks, I'm by nature very self-sufficient. I don't like the vulnerability of asking for help or leaning on other people, and life has been pretty hard for a long time, and I've had to break myself of thinking that I can just care for myself and I don't need other people. And I feel like this week in particular, I've really leaned into my support system. particularly my husband, who's really great. And it's just been awesome to let people that care about you help carry your burdens and your load. And like I said, it can be a hard first step. Like, it's really vulnerable to say, I need help and this is what I have going on. But so yeah, I think I want to celebrate that, myself doing a hard thing for me, and it's been good.
That's fantastic. Yeah. Makes relationships so much closer, and the connection so much stronger. And I really believe there's lots. We were meant for connection, and if we allow ourselves to be vulnerable and allow ourselves to just accept that maybe the situation may not go the way that we want it to, but we can handle whatever it is, then that draws us closer to allowing us to be connected and feel safe and secure. Yeah. Right? That's what we want. We want to feel safe and secure in relationships, and when we don't feel safe and secure, we close off. Right? We close our heart off, but then when we close our heart off, that makes us just more distant. And then the other person is like, whoa, they're being distant. How am I supposed to react to that? Then they're distant, and then it really becomes a challenge then, because then that's a perfect storm for, really some big troubles. So good job on that. I'm going to keep challenging you to be open, to be vulnerable. I know the first week that you came to do the show, this is, I think, the 5th week, Meg, that you said that you were a lot anxious about being on video. Yeah. And you're being more vulnerable with it. And we always tell our clients, the more you do something, the easier it gets. This 100%. This is an exposure for you, and just allowing yourself. And here you are, still 5 weeks later. Yeah. How's it going?
I think it's going well. I think it's baby steps.
It's baby steps.
I feel a little more comfortable every week.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, what better way for you and I just to sit and have coffee in a car and just talk about life? Yep. Meg, I got several things that I really enjoyed this week. Not only did I have the struggles, but I had some great things in life. And I'm always telling people, like, these things may not just pop in your head, and they just may not be just something like this is great. Sometimes you have to look for them. Yeah. And I think it's important that you look for these things, that you not just kind of live through the dread and everything of life, that you go out and look for these. There's a couple things. One is, I got great news to share. I'm interested on a professional level to have a sports performance program, and to teach athletes about just the mental side of playing sports. And as part of that, I'm just going out and looking for more opportunities just to grow myself, but get connected in our community. And I have accepted a position with the Kansas City Current.
What?
Yeah, so cool. I am going to be working with them during their match days and helping them just serve their guests in various ways. And I love just being a part of different communities, and I'm excited about being a part of the Kansas City Current community, and but also just trying to connect what we're doing in mental health to the community, the larger community. So we'll see where that goes. Yeah. But I'm excited. Awesome. KC, baby. I think that's what they say at the Currents game. All right. I'm learning. So if you go to the Current games, the girls soccer team and the professional soccer team in Kansas City, come find me. I'll be excited to see you. So I'm excited about that. Yeah. I'm excited about that. Awesome. And I love continuing to diversify myself and just get more and more experiences. Yeah. That was one. And then the second one that I have is that I was just, we go into schools, and I was in a school this week, and a teacher just came up to me out of the blue. I was sitting there in one of the pods, and she was like, "Are you Randy Floyd?" And I was like, "Yes, I'm Randy Floyd." She goes, "You probably don't remember me, but we worked with the student back when the student was in kindergarten. Yeah. Now the student is a senior in high school." Wow. And she just said, you probably don't know this, but you've made such a big difference in that student's life. She said, I'm still in contact with that student today, and that student is doing fantastic. And I really, it really just, it made me, it always does. You know, I always tell clients, hey, when you graduate high school, send me those graduation announcements, because that is, I think, the fruit of our labor, is to get to see these kids in their own natural ways, in their own natural environments, do the things and succeed, and just grow into whoever they're going to be, right? We get small little snippets into their life, and hopefully we can plant seeds for them for long-term success and health. And so that was, I really enjoyed just hearing that.
That's so great.
Yeah, so that's really good to hear. So lots of good things, Meg, lots of good things, lots of struggles. We would love to hear, this is not just about Meg and I. We're here just to kind of give you kind of maybe some conversation about strengths and struggles, but this is also about you, and we want to hear your strengths and struggles. If you want to put them in the comments, great. If you feel comfortable with that, ultimately we hope that you're just able to talk with someone. You're able to talk with someone, either a parent, a friend, someone that you trust, about things that are happening in your life. We all struggle, and it's too much to struggle alone. It's too difficult. So we encourage you to reach out to someone and just share your struggles and just share the good things that are happening in your life.
Yep.
Meg, here we are another week, wrapping up another week. Give us something to end with. What is something that you can encourage everyone maybe this week to think about, to do?
I never think of this beforehand.
Well, we go off the fly, Meg. Maybe think about something that you shared with clients this week, maybe, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like what I shared, you know, was kind of my win for the week, is leaning into my support system. I think I would encourage other people to do the same thing. You know, if you're struggling this week, not only we talk about reach out to someone like a mental health provider, but reach out to someone in your family, your friend, whoever you need, and share what's going on. Ask for support if you need it, encouragement if you need it. So.
And I would echo that. I would also say, I know some of you, especially kids, don't like talking about your struggles because you think us old people are just going to keep talking, right? And we like to, you know, dig in and say, hey, just like, let's really talk about this. But if you don't want that, just out of respect for those that really love and care about you, just say, hey, I want to share something with you, and I just want you to listen.
Yep.
I don't need feedback. I don't need your input. Say it respectfully, okay? Say it respectfully. But just set that boundary. Say, I need to share something with you, and out of respect, I just want you just to listen, okay?
Yep. So good.
I think that's a good boundary to have. Meg, what I'm going to share is I'm going to encourage you just to continue to show up. And I say that kind of out of my own kind of struggles this week, is that I had to find a way just to continue to show up this week. There are things on my calendar, and those things on my calendar have nothing to do with whatever the struggle was that I had this week. And I had to care enough about myself and care enough about those that I was going to continue to show up with grace and with care and compassion, no matter what the struggle was. And I'll be honest with you, I had to do some myself this week, as you and yoga.
I did.
I had to do some self-care this week to get myself in a place where I could just show up, at least at the worst, in a neutral energy, okay? If I can show up in positive, great, but at least neutral. So Meg, it's always nice coming after a week, coming and seeing your friendly face and your loving heart. And we want you guys, we hope that you're getting something out of this. It's been another great week. We'll see you again next week. Meg, thanks, and cheers. See ya. Peace.
Stay warm.
Stay warm, that's right.
On track, now we gon' way up. W's as easy as a layup.